Wembanyama is not who y'all think he is. He's not. After game 1 of the NBA Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knickerbockers, the Knicks fought back and they pulled off the W, winning 105-95. Let's check out the box score. First of all, I want to give a kudos to Josh Hart to start off with. Josh Hart, I'm sitting here watching the Legendofwinning stream, and throughout the stream, Lowe is saying that Josh Hart is unplayable, and I don't agree with that. He brings so much to the game that can't be measured by numbers. Yes, he was 1 for 5 tonight, but his impact on the defense, his impact just hustle-wise, his impact cutting, his aggressiveness opened up so many opportunities for the Knicks, gave so many different opportunities for the Knicks, especially when they went on their run in the second half to come back into the game. As you see, he's a plus 22 when he's on the court, and people like Legendofwinning are sitting here and telling me he's unplayable. I'm not buying it. He's one of those players, he's like a Dennis Rodman type player. He's one of those players where numbers cannot measure his impact on the game. I want to give him a shout out. What he brings to the Knicks is what helps propel them. OG Anunoby was solid. Karl-Anthony Towns was solid. He had a huge run in the third quarter where I believe Wemby was actually guarding Josh Hart, and Josh Hart had taken a couple threes. He took 1 3, and I think another 3 was taken, but on both of those threes, Karl-Anthony Towns was able to get an offensive board. One of the offensive boards actually was on Wemby, if I'm not mistaken, and those were 2 huge possessions that allowed the Knicks to keep the game close. His foul disease almost caught up with him in that second half, but he held it off until the end of the game. Shout out Mikal Bridges, solid game, 9 points. We get that up to 15. Hey, Landry Shamet had some huge threes. Miles McBride, even though he was 2 for 7, he had a huge 3 at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. Mitchell Robinson, 1 for 2 with the pinky, but he's another player whose impact cannot be measured by numbers. He rolls hard. He puts a body on Wemby. He Gortat screens so Jalen Brunson can get angles and wide open lanes. Shout out Mitchell Robinson, great game. Jose Alvarado came in, gave him 11 minutes. He was huge. Everyone on the Knicks played their part, but Jalen Brunson, he was absolutely amazing. Nothing short of amazing. Though he was 12 for 31, when he started hitting shots, it was timely shots. Yeah, 11 points in the fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson was absolutely huge in the fourth quarter. The Knicks offense got a little bit stagnant around that 4-minute mark in the fourth, but Jalen Brunson was getting good looks. He was getting to his spots in the midi. I knew eventually it'll fall. He wasn't going to miss too many. And he hit a timely 3 in the corner when they needed it to put him up 2. And then he got another tough midi that really put them over the edge. Jalen Brunson was absolutely amazing. He is the leader of this team. He is the pulse of this team. This team will go as far as he goes. If he continues to show up, he don't have to shoot 50% every game, but if he shows up, everyone plays their part for the Knicks, and they keep the game close. I'm riding with Jalen Brunson. I'm absolutely riding with Jalen Brunson. The Knicks were extremely effective when they would put Victor. They were effective in 2 different scenarios that I saw. Is when they would put Victor in the pick and roll and Victor would hedge, and then they would kick it back to Cat and allow Cat to make a decision. And then when they would get switches on Champagnie could not guard Jalen Brunson. And even if he was staying in front of him, Jalen Brunson would still get to his spots and get a good look. It just, sometimes it wouldn't fall, but when it needed to fall, it fell. So yeah, man, shout out to the Knicks for getting this dub. On the Spurs side of things, the Spurs, they look young. They honestly looked young today. First of all, they couldn't shoot. Where they shoot from the game? Yeah, they shot 36% from the field. Granted, the Knicks shot 42%. Yeah, they just looked very young. They weren't able to knock down shots. Their decision making was horrible from all 3 of their guards. All 3 of their guards' decision making was horrible. And Victor Wembanyama was absolutely dog shit. Absolutely dog shit this game. First of all, let's get on the guards. At the 6-minute mark, I noticed that there was a possession where Stephon Castle had the ball and he turned it over. He had a midi the possession previous to that, but after that he had a possession where he turned the ball over. From that point on, they got the ball out of his hands. They put the ball in Dylan Harper's hands. Dylan Harper, he had a possession where he kicked it to the corner. It was a bad pass, and it ended up, I think it was to Vassell, and it ended up leading to a turnover. So they were just putting their teammates in bad spots. So from about the 4-minute mark on, the ball was solely in De'Aaron Fox's hands. For him to be the veteran that he is, about to make the amount of money that he is, this is what they traded him for, and he did not show up. De'Aaron Fox was 3 for 13 this game in 38 minutes with 7 points. 7 points and 3 turnovers, 5 assists. That's a horrible game. De'Aaron Fox has to step up. And like I said in my previous video, if De'Aaron Fox can be that 25, 26 point per game scorer, the Spurs can walk away with this. They can walk away with this series, and he'd be a leader. He'd be a point guard. Put everybody in the court in the right position, or a position in which they can be successful. And in this game, I didn't see him doing that. Dylan Harper was nothing. He was amazing. For him to be a rookie, he was very solid. I think Mitch Richmond, or Mitch, the coach for the Spurs, he went away from putting the ball in Dylan Harper's hands with the game on the line, and he went with the veteran. The veteran didn't really show up, and if I was him, I wouldn't have trusted Stephon Castle with my life, period, at that point in time in the game, as he's as shaky as Russell Westbrook when it comes to having the ball in his hands. But if you look at the assist numbers amongst the 3 guards, they only had 9 assists. They had 9 assists. They had 10 turnovers. So the guards for the Spurs have to be better. But along with the guards from the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama. I've told y'all I have not been quick to hop on this agenda that everybody's trying to push that he is one of the greats of all time. I am not buying it. Yes, he is an amazing defensive talent. He's an amazing defensive player. But offensively, he is flawed in way too many areas for me to put him at tops of the list in the league right now, or even all time. First of all, he settles for too many threes. He settles for extremely too many threes for him to be 7'6". The only threes that he should take, in my opinion, are when he's getting it off the one more. He takes too many threes where he's one catching and shooting. He's the first pass down the court and he's shooting it. Too many times he does that. That's not an effective brand of basketball in my opinion. Maybe I'm an old head. Maybe that's what they want him to do. Also, when he has to create off the dribble, he's horrible. He's horrible. If he's not attacking off of a closeout, he is not good at attacking off the dribble, because all the defender has to do is just stay with him and bump him and bump him. Just give him a little bit of body. He had one strong take on Cat where he lowered his shoulder and got the N1. But other than that, his offensive game, I'm not a fan of it. Now, if he can start rolling hard, yes, he will open up other opportunities for his teammates. But if he can start rolling hard and sealing and get a quick hook shot, Victor Wembanyama, he will be unstoppable. He'll be unstoppable. But if he keeps settling and trying to be a 6'5" guard, and they're not gonna win this series. He gotta be better. He has to be better. They're gonna have to win this series with 6 or 7 guys, while the Knicks can go 8 deep. The Knicks can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deep. 10 if Jordan Clarkson gives you a game. Granted, he hasn't been that great this year. The Knicks are deeper than the Spurs. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting series, man. I do have the Knicks winning in 7. They stole one on the road, so they done their job. So if they can capitalize on Friday and get another one, that'll be huge. And yeah, man, I'm excited. This was a wonderful game. Yet it was a slug it out game, tough game, physical game, and the Knicks fought back. And I think that's just a testament to their winning attitude. They have a team full of winners. They have a team full of guys who have won together before, and a leader in Jalen Brunson. Hey, he can take y'all. He can take them to the promised land. Let's check out what my guy Legendofwinning has to say.
Y'all genuinely believe, because they won game 1 in a fashion in which they had to come back and compete, that by default that just means that, oh well, no, the East is actually really strong. The East is actually solid. It's a solid conference. They're just historically they are the greatest playoff team of all time. Because that's a fact. It's either one or the other.
What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Why is he talking about? Talk about game 1. Talk about game 1. What are we talking about? You talking about the respective conferences? No, talk about game 1. Glaze Wemby like you be glazing Wemby. No, don't. Nah, dog. I ain't trying to hear it. Nah, give me an analysis on the game, Lo. Give me an analysis on the game.
So you telling me the Knicks don't sweep the Lakers, the Suns, the Blazers, who else is in that first round?
They didn't sweep in the first round. They swept in the second.
Lo, what are we doing? What are we doing? Talk about the game. Did I miss it? What are we doing? Talk about the game. Don't talk about if the conferences are stronger. Which conference is stronger? Give me an analysis on the game. Tell me that Victor Wembanyama is not who you thought he was. He's not that good. He's Rudy Gobert with coordination. That's who he is. He's Rudy Gobert that knows that how to move his right foot, left hand, right hand. He just Rudy Gobert with a brain.
God damn though, but I ain't gonna lie, Wemby just have to be better. Like you probably said this, Lo. I was on the phone earlier, but like when they simplify shit for the Spurs, when they just simplify their offense, you can see how like easy it is for them to get A, good looks, or B, just like Wemby rim looks. Like every time they try to go away from it, do anything else, it just becomes an immediate problem. I thought Wemby's decision making today and just process overall offensively was really bad. There was times where he was just settling for jump shots like a lot, trying to do the tween shit, which I don't like when he does that neither. Though the only time I'm cool with that is when you already have it going, and I'm not gonna say anything. But like, and like a drifting corner theory where you're hitting top of the top of the corner of the backboard and shit, like, bro, like.
Yeah, y'all's king was hitting the top of the backboard. Y'all's king went PG-13 in the finals. Y'all's king, y'all's boy, y'all's GOAT, y'all international god. Him, he went backboard. Couldn't be mine.
Back cuts, actions where you involve Jalen Brunson, that should literally be your offense. Just hunt Jalen Brunson and Cat and pick and rolls. You will find quality looks, bro. That's all.
Your best player has to play good to win the game.
Exactly. That involves your best player. Like that's what I'm saying.
And the crazy part about it is literally it's just that simple. Like if your best players on your team cannot end up being some of the worst players on the floor for both teams.
But that's not why we're all here, bro. We're all here waiting for the brick song, bro. We're all waiting.
Oh, I can't play it because.
Oh, he can't play bricks now. He can't play bricks because his boy went. Okay. No constructive criticism. He made a whole video on Shay though.
I actually agree. I think Wemby screen setting is not really that good. I'm not gonna lie. But the reason why he gets away with it sometimes is one, how big he is, and two, how good he is on the roll. So when you involve their worst defender in a ball screen action where he's just gonna have to commit to the ball and stay on ball the whole time, it can get him behind the plate.
Y'all know how Wemby he sent Bismack Biyombo and who was it, Mason Plumlee out there to beat up on Jared McCain? That's what I would do if Wemby set a screen on me. I run full speed right in his fucking ribs. He's out of here.
I think obviously everybody can see he's most dangerous at this point in his career as a roller to the basket. Obviously he has the tools to do all those other things, but like you said, you're gonna live with those things because they're not generating as many points per possession as that role would be.
You might as well play Dylan. Dylan will attack. Dylan will get downhill. He'll get shots at the basket too. Like today, he was by far their best player, especially offensively. Like he was attacking relentless and getting downhill regardless of who was in front of him, whether it be Bridges, Brunson, Hart. It didn't really matter, and he was finishing through contact rather well. So he should have closed today as well. He needs to play more minutes, like way more minutes. In my opinion.
I've been saying that for like the past, like since the beginning of the year. I just don't think that like he's on the team now, so it is what it is. They have to like figure out the best of it, but they just have other glaring flaws like rebounding and just having another competent like big to play next to Wemby. They don't have those things, and so I just don't think that Fox is who he is as a player is justified, especially for the amount of money and what they actually need. The best in the world had 38 in his final debut versus the Indiana Pacers. Great. I think I just find it funny y'all compare y'all think like a 22-year-old should be compared to when Shea was like 27 last year or 26. I mean, if that's what you
now
want
he's 22.
No, I'm just no.
You say he's best in the world.
No. Let me be clear. That's yeah. You're right. I am saying that.
Bro, what? You can't label somebody as the greatest in the world and then put all these classifications on them once we start to critique them. No, if you're gonna label someone as the greatest in the world, they're gonna be critiqued as such. You can't pull out he's 23 years old. You're comparing him to a 27-year-old. What do you expect? No, if you label a nigga the greatest in the world, he better be the greatest in the world at everything. He better not have any flaws. But when his flaws are so glaring, that everyone sees him, or anyone with a competent brain and who just doesn't hop on bandwagons sees them, he's not the greatest in the world. You can't label him the greatest in the world or try to use his age as a reason why he can do such a thing or justify the reason he's playing. No, if he is the greatest in the world, he should perform better. Knicks in 4. But that's my thoughts on game 1. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Or the Knicks gonna pull this one out, or have the Spurs, they don't got their feet wet and they ready to rock. Till next time, it's your boy Jay Lynch. We out. Salute.